Hello there, I'm Rory Calhoun, and welcome to Western Star Theater. Robert Colbert stars in a story about the early days of mining in Nevada. At that time, two virtues were important in a man, imagination and courage. John Yank Van Dusen and Andrew Peasley proved they had both in the Grotto of Death.
I'm telling you, Bennett, the mud will never hold those timbers. You've got to have concrete.
Will you stop dogging me, Yank? I know what I'm doing.
And I know this drift. The water pressure's building up at the 800-foot level. Can you imagine what it's like down here at 2,100 feet?
Exactly. That's why I want to finish up and get the men out of there today. Another day's delay pouring concrete would be dangerous.
The angle of the decline is greater on this side of the drift. The force of that water would make soup out of that mud and push it right out.
The other bulkheads have always held up with mud.
That does it, Mr. Bennett.
Fine, let's get going. I haven't had my breakfast yet.
Bennett, listen. No, you listen to me. Somewhere along the line you got the notion you're some sort of mining expert. Well, you're not. You're the crew chief and that's all. I'm the foreman, hear me.
You rock-headed old jackass.
I'll get out of here.
You bet I'll get out of here. I don't want to be here when that bulkhead goes and drown like a rat.
Well, what's your gawking at? Get going.
Look, Bennett, for the love of Pete, will you listen to reason?
I've heard all I want to hear.
What do you want to do, endanger the lives of every man down there?
I know the safety rules. I've been working the mines for near 30 years. I've risked my own life for my men many a time, and I'll do it again if I have to.
Well, you may have to, you old rockhead. If that bulkhead goes...
Maybe you don't like it here, Mr. Van Dusen. Maybe you'd like to quit.
Maybe I would. As of now.
Oh, they're at it again. Fourth time this month. Oh, let's see now. Where was I? Oh, yes. So the letter says, my, Mr. Pettick. And all the time I thought you was a foreign gent. What's the matter, Danny boy? Look at him. He's red as a cherry. Oh, Danny, if you're going to be a real miner, you got to toughen up those calf ears of yours. Ain't much to do down in that black hole but swing a pick, tell widow stories. Which reminds me, did you ever hear the story about the widow that had the cow?
Morning, fellas.
Morning, ma'am.
Isn't Yank here yet?
Oh, well, yes, he was just here, but he left.
Oh, but I thought he was on the morning shift.
He was, ma'am, but you see,
Yank quit, Miss Bennett.
Again?
Well, your pa and him, they had another fierce argument.
this time Yank looked mad enough to stay quit.
Do you know where he went?
He went over that way, Miss Bennett.
Probably over to Peasley's. They're very good friends, you know.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, fellas. It's time to go to work now.
Danny! 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 You forgot your extra socks.
Thanks, Mom. You didn't have to come all the way out here.
A couple of hours in that damp hole down there and your socks will get soaking wet. You know, your father died because of the dampness all the time down there.
I know, Ma.
You put those dry ones on later, you hear?
Sure, Ma.
Come on, Danny boy.
I'm sorry, Mr. Paisley, but I've told you before. The company requires a pipe fitter to have a certificate. Now, I'd like to put you on, but I didn't make the rules, you know.
But I'm a good pipe fitter, Mr. Bennett. Ask Yank Van Dusen.
You ask him. He quit today. Oh, that man Paisley. He just doesn't understand that pipe fitting in a mine is different than being a fixer-upper like he is.
Have you caulked up that number 3 bulkhead in the West Drift?
Oh, yes, sir, Mr. Boyle. First thing this morning. As a matter of fact, we put in a double bulkhead.
Good. That water pressure's building up down there. We don't want to take any chances. You better have Van Dusen make a check every hour on the hour of that number 3.
Oh, well, Mr. Boyle, I'll have to assign somebody else to that now.
Why? Van Dusen's the best man we've got for ferreting out trouble. Man's got a nose for it.
Well, he quit this morning, Mr. Boyle.
You two been at it again.
He claimed that we ought to concrete up that bulkhead. Now, that would take 3 times as long to do. Besides, mud has always held up before.
I agree with you. Double bulkhead, that should hold.
Now, that's exactly what I told him, Mr. Boyle.
But you know, you and Van Dusen have got to call a truce sooner or later. What's going to happen when he marries your daughter?
Oh, my heart rattles in my chest bones at the thought of it, sir.
All right, who you going to send down to keep a watch on number 3?
The very best man available, Mr. Boyle. Me, that's who.
Ursula, for the love of Pete, why do you always have to do that when you get your dander up?
Why, I ask you, Yank Van Dusen, do you always have to come to Mr. Peasley's and belt the bottle when your dander is up?
Well, a man's got a right.
A man's got no right to quit his job just 1 month before he's to take on the responsibility of a wife. I've never seen such stubborn, hard-nosed men like you and my father. Like 2 mad banshers you act, always picking at one another and...
You got the McDevil in yours.
Now, Yank...
Hello, Andy.
Mr. Peasley.
What's the matter, Ben? Turn you down again?
The 9th time.
Oh, that narrow-minded old walrus. Why, he can't see beyond the end of that big red nose of his.
Now, Yank.
Have a snort, Andy.
You've had enough snorts for the day, Yank Van Dusen.
I'll fix us a cup of coffee.
Thanks, Mr. Peasley. We'd love some. Come on, Yank.
Now, who are you, boss? Well, we aren't even married yet. I think you Bennetts were born giving orders. How do you know I would like some coffee?
Sure, now would you be caring for some coffee, Mr. Van Dusen?
Well, now, I don't know.
Oh, come on.
Oh, Fletcher, I want you to make a routine check of both these pumps today, huh?
Yes, sir, Mr. Bennett.
Mr. Peasley?
Yeah?
What's this?
That's a brainstorm of mine, but I haven't worked it out yet. That's a cow milker. It's kind of automatic.
Really?
Yeah, but it don't work. You know what happened? I tried it out on Mrs. Wilson's Guernsey. Pinched the cow, and she kicked me almost into the next county.
Andy invents things.
I didn't know that.
Oh, well, they're just little things. Well, here, I'll show you. Flour mixer. Put your milk, flour in there. Turn this handle.
Why, that's wonderful, Mr. Peasley.
You like it?
Yes. Seems so much simpler than beating the flour with a big spoon.
Well, it's yours, a wedding present.
Why, thank you, Mr. Peasley. Look, Yank, our first wedding gift.
Thanks, Andy.
You know, all my life I've fiddled with scraps of metal, pieces of pipe, all kinds of junk. Just hoping once I'd come up with something worthwhile. I can't even get a decent job as a pipe fitter. I guess I'll always be an ordinary handyman like my pa. You know, he dreamed of inventing something just once important. And he died fixing a rusty handle on a water pump.
I'll bet he was a wonderful man.
Yeah, he was. Huh? Coffee ought to be ready, huh?
I don't like the way the heat is rising on this level. After I inspect the bulkhead, we'd better... The mud's breaking up. The whole bulkhead's coming apart. You get up there and you tell Fletcher to get them water pumps ready. We'll be leading them. I'll be warning them in.
The bulkhead's coming apart! Grotto! Uncle! Get out!
So there I was, standing It's gone! Volker! I know! Rascal! The Volker! Get out! Number 3's broke up. Now, come on, let's get out of here. Hey! It's too late. Keep up the slope. Come on, move! Get up there! Come on, move!
Please, Yank, talk to Dad. He'll put you on again.
Me ask that old crowbait for my job back? Not on your pretty life, I would. Pumps going. Fletcher, relieve Johnson. I'll take it, Johnson.
There now, Mrs. Jenkins. Mrs. Ryder.
Oh, it's my daddy.
Is that the best you can get out of it, Fletcher?
That's the best.
Boyle, that pump isn't taking the water off fast enough. If their air pipe gets flooded...
I know. I sent Riker down to check the water level. Doesn't look good from here.
That water pressure's been building up for a week.
Listen, you know that drift better than anybody. How far do you think that water's reached?
Well, the crew should be about here in the East Drift, which is 1,500 feet back from the 2,100-foot station.
Yeah.
Now, here's number 3 bulkhead that gave out. Well, I figure that the water level should be about here now. Another hour should be here. After that, it's only a matter of minutes till it reaches the air pipe. Then they either drown or they suffocate.
Hey, look. Right. Steam down there. Steam. That water must have created a steam trap at the bottom of the drift.
Well, it must be hell down there.
Mr. Boyle! Mr. Boyle!
Take him to the shack.
The pumps! They're coming!
I think this left relief valve is froze.
Well, don't be telling me about it. Go ahead and fix it.
Well, it's going to take a little time to fix it.
How much time?
Oh, 3 hours, maybe 4.
3 or 4 hours.
Look, those men will be dead in 3 or 4 hours.
Well, I'll do the best I can.
Mr. Boyle.
Yeah.
Hey, pumps, any kind of pumps, that's
Look,
my
by the
specialty.
time they get those pumps repaired, their air supply might be cut off. Boyle, you've got to let me try to get an extension pipe through to them. It'll give us time to work.
No.
But that extension pipe is their only chance.
Would burn out your insides down there, and you know it. You wouldn't stand a chance.
Mr. Boyle, where's my father? I can't find him.
He's down there with the men, Ursula.
That?
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, darling. I didn't know he was down there either. But we'll get him out. Somehow. If I could just figure a way to keep the air cool that I breathe down there. A long hose or something.
Air. Cool air.
There's a steam trap built up in that shaft. It's as hot as fire down there. It'd sear the lungs of anybody that went in there. And would suffocate in a matter of minutes. But if I could get through with that extension pipe for their air supply, we might be able to keep them alive long enough to get this pump working. But I can't breathe that hot air.
Air, cool air. Yank? I got an idea.
Well, what is it?
And it'll work. Come on over to the house. Boyle, while Fletcher's taking that apart, have one of the men cut a new gasket. It'll save an hour, and it'll work.
I don't understand.
Well, I'll explain it to you later. Here, you see those 2 glasses back there? Take that glass cutter, cut the bottoms out of them, smooth off the rough edges. Miss Bannon, take that piece of leather, will you, please? And cut me a hole in the center of that. Now, exactly. And cut it exactly this. 13 inches in diameter.
Sort of a metal headgear, then.
That's right. Now, here's how it works. This will hold about 5 pounds of ice. Ice contains some oxygen. It'll be held in place by this metal screen. Now, after you get this on, we'll tie these leather straps around your chest. That'll keep it practically airtight. As you breathe, air will come down through here. Passes through the ice. It'll keep the air you're breathing cool.
Do you think it'll work?
Well, it should. But then again, I thought the automatic cow milker would, too.
Yeah. Well, we'll try it. Ursula, you get some ice and bring it to the mine. Now, hurry. Well, let's go.
No, absolutely no. I will not risk the life of another man down there.
Look, that pump still isn't working. And I have got to get that pipe down there to those men.
That is a ridiculous-looking contraption.
Here's the ice, Yank.
Oh, good.
And that ice is supposed to keep your air cool while you're down there?
That's where I figure, Mr. Boyle.
All right, Van Dusen, go ahead.
And let Peasley get to work on those pumps, will you? If anybody can fix them, he can.
See what you can do, Mr.
Go, Yank.
Wait. Take care.
It's going to work, I know it. All right, Andy, help me with this one.
Yeah. Take it easy.
Try that way, Mr. Boyle.
Yeah. All right, just sit.
All right, come on.
Now, low break. Now, watch your head. That's it. Now, if you see you're not going to make it, turn back. Good luck, Hank. The best of luck.
Here, give me that wrench. I'll show you how to fix it. No wonder.
What's the matter with them up there? Why aren't the pumps working? A few minutes, the water will flood the air pipe.
Oh, shut up, will you? You'll only be using up what air we have with your belly aching. Johnny, give me a hand over here, will you? You get down under there. Let's see if we can't raise this pipe up a bit now.
No use, it's too solid.
Not in the air pipe.
Yank, my boy, you're a sight for these hot, sore eyes of mine.
How'd you get through, Yank?
That trip's an inferno.
Oh, hold it, man. I'll explain it all to you later.
Now, what is that thing?
Peasley made it for me. Kept me alive. It's got ice in the top.
Ice? Ice?
Oh, Randall, put it back. I'm going to need it to get out of here. They're going to want to know up there that you're alive and all right. You know, they're suffering, too.
Oh.
The pumps are working again. Beasley fixed that, too. All right, man, now that we've got those pumps working, we'll have you out of here in no time. And the drinks will be on Bennett. Somebody give me a hand with this thing.
Easy now, lads. You'll be squeezing out what little breath is left in me.
What can I say, Yank? What you did today, I'll never forget.
Thank Beasley, Mr. Boyle. I never could have made it without that metal helmet of his.
Well, you were a first-class pipe fitter, Mr. Peasley. You've got a job with the Alta Mine Company any time you want it.
Thank you, sir. Oh, Mr. Boyle.
Yeah?
I'm quitting as foreman.
What?
Yank here, he ought to be foreman.
What are you bleating about now, you old walrus?
Well, if I'd have listened to you in the first place, none of this would have happened.
Well, then why don't you open up those big red ears of yours and quit being so gall-darn stubborn?
Oh, look who's calling stubborn.
Yeah, you're stubborn, you rock-headed, ornery old mule.
Are you calling me a mule now?
What are you complaining about? It's the mule ought to be insulted.
Oh, I've got to bust your head wide open.
That'll be the day.
That's just what I was needing. A little water.
Now listen, both of you pig-headed hyenas. If you think I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you two tongue-lashing each other, you got another think coming. Now let's be off before you catch your death of cold. March.
The courage and imagination of Yank Van Dusen and Andrew Peasley averted a mine tragedy. Years later, Harry Gorham recorded the incident in his book, My Memories of the Comstock.